This December pension update is NOT what you think there's a hidden change, a new date, and a rumor that millions are believing. Don't be the one caught off guard. Watch till the end. Before you go, hit that subscribe button. This channel is made for YOU. Every update I post is created to protect your money, your pension, and your future. I'll be uploading more December 2025 pension updates, payment dates, cost of living news, and every change you need to know before anyone else. If you want a channel that speaks only to you, keeps you informed, and never lets you miss a single payment update, then subscribe now. It's free, it's easy, and it's made for people exactly like you. This December 2025 pension update is important. So listen up, I'm going to walk you through the three main payments people are talking about when they land, and what the talk about a cost of living boost really means in plain Aussie English so it's easy to understand. First, off. If you get the regular state pension or a government retirement payment, you should expect your normal December payment to arrive around the usual time. But pay attention to the exact day because holiday periods can shift payment dates forward. So anything that normally falls on Christmas Day or Boxing Day will usually be paid a day or two earlier, so it hits your bank before the public holiday. That's the safe bet. Don't leave yourself wondering on the 26th that. Check your bank a little sooner if your usual date is late December. Second, there are three payments people often ask about in December: the regular pension or benefit payment, any extra winter or seasonal payments that sometimes happen, and in some countries a year-end adjustment or double payment situation where, because of how the calendar and public holidays fall, you might receive two payments close together. For example, some systems bring forward the January payment to late December so banks process it before New Year public holidays, and this can look like a bonus, but it's just timing, not extra money. Third, about the rumors of a new cost of living boost. There's a lot of chatter online claiming there will be a large one off pay meant this December. Sometimes figures like £500 or similar get thrown about. But you should treat those claims with caution unless they come from the official department that runs pensions and benefits in your country, because governments sometimes ran similar lump sum support in previous years during big cost of living spikes. But those schemes are not ongoing unless the government announces new funding and publishes clear guidance on who qualifies and when payments will be made. So right now, unless you see an announcement from the official agency, do not count on a fresh big lump sum being added to your December pension plan for your regular payment, and check for smaller, targeted help from local councils or charities instead. Fourth, if you live in a different country to where the headlines are coming from, be careful. Payment rules, dates, and any special boosts differ a lot between places like the UK, the US, Australia, or elsewhere. So local rules are what matter. For example, in Australia, the age pension and other Centrelink payments follow their own schedule, and any extra support packages would be announced by Services Australia or the federal government, not by foreign news sites. Fifth, for people in the UK, the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, traditionally follows a payment schedule based on national insurance numbers and moves payments that fall on public holidays to earlier dates. And for people in the US, the Social Security Administration has its own December schedule and sometimes timing quirks that can create what looks like a double deposit around the holidays. If you're not sure which rules apply to you, check your country's official government website or your MyGov/service portals rather than relying on social posts that might be wrong. Sixth, a practical tip: if you normally rely on the December payment for rent, bills, or groceries, don't assume there will be extra cash from a cost of living boost this year. Instead, plan ahead, make a budget for the month based on the payment you know is confirmed, and if extra support is announced later, you can use that to top up savings or pay down short-term debts. But don't rearrange essential payments expecting uncertain one-offs. Seventh, if you hear media headlines saying confirmed but you can't find an official notice on the government website, Treat those headlines as rumors until the official agency posts the details. Governments always publish eligibility rules, dates, and how payments are made when they roll out a support package. So watch for that official post, and screenshots of it are worth keeping. 8th, for people concerned about holiday timing, remember direct deposit and bank processing times matter. Even if the government says a payment is issued on a particular date, banks may show it at different times because of weekends and public holidays. So check with your bank if you expect a payment to land earlier than usual. 9th, on the topic of targeted help, some local or state governments run winter hardship funds, council relief programs, or small one-off grants for people in need, and charities often step in around December with food parcels and vouchers. So it's worth looking locally for extra support if you're in a tight spot rather than waiting for a national lump sum that may never arrive. 10th, why governments sometimes do lump sum boosts. They are usually responses to big shocks like steep inflation or energy price spikes, and when they do happen, they aim to help the most vulnerable groups quickly. But these schemes are expensive and politically sensitive, so they are not a routine yearly top-up. They come and go depending on wider fiscal choices. 11th, if you're eligible for pension credit, extra pensioner benefits, or pensioner concessions, check those entitlements separately because some are ongoing increases or rate rises rather than one-off payments where possible. Check your eligibility now if you think you qualify. Back, as extra regular entitlements can be more useful than hoping for a one-off boost. 12th, some news stories also mix up tax rules with pension boosts. Be careful. An increase in payments is different to a change in tax or deductions applied to pensions, and in some cases, bigger government revenue changes or tax adjustments could reduce net payments. So if you hear tax raid or new charges headlines, look for the details, who's affected when it starts, and whether it's an automatic deduction or something you have to file for. 13th, watch for cost of living adjustments like COLA in the US, which are announced annually and applied as a percentage increase to regular benefits starting the new year. That's not a December lump sum, but a permanent percentage increase to future monthly payments. So it's important to know the difference. A COLA raises your ongoing monthly benefit, while a one-off boost is a single payment that doesn't change future payments. 14th, if you're making videos or helping people with this info, always encourage them to go to the official site for their country services. Australia for Aussie payments, gov.uk, and DWP for the UK. Say Gov for you as Social Security, because those sites will have authoritative dates, phone numbers, and instructions for claims and appeals. 15th, more practical steps you should take now. Check the date of your next scheduled pension payment in your online account. Note whether it falls on a public holiday. Look up your government department's December payment schedule and any notices. Set up a simple budget for the month based on that confirmed number and identify local support lines or commute 90 services in case you need extra help before any speculative payments arrive. 16th, for careers and family members helping an older person, make sure bank details and contact details with a relevant government agency are up to date, because missed notices or wrong bank info can delay payments and create real stress over the holidays. 17th, be wary of scams this time of year. Scammers often exploit rumors about special payments by sending fake emails or texts asking for bank details to confirm a payment. Never click links in suspicious messages, and always log in to your official government account directly via the trusted website to check payments. 18th, if you do see an official announcement of a new national payment, take screenshots and read the small print. Check the eligibility criteria, date payments will be made, whether it's automatic or requires an application, and whether it's taxable or affects other benefits, because every program has different rules. And you don't want to miss a deadline or wrongly assume you'll get it. 19th, for people living overseas but receiving pensions from another country, remember your home country's rules. Determine the payment, so if you get a UK state pension but live in Australia, UK announcement. Matter for the size and timing of that pension, even though local Australian supports will be different. 20th, a quick note on media literacy. Headlines are designed to get attention, and sometimes they mix confirmed facts with speculation. So try to find the original government press release behind any big claim and compare multiple reputable news outlets rather than relying on a single social post. 21st, emotional reality check. December is a stressful time for many pensioners who rely on fixed incomes, and rumors about extra money can raise hopes only to disappoint. That's why sensible planning matters. Budget based on what's confirmed and treat any extra payment as a pleasant surprise. Not a certainty. 22nd, final quick summary to keep in your pocket. Expect your regular payment. Check if your date is moved earlier because of public holidays. Don't bank on an unannounced cost of living lump sum unless the official agency confirms it. Look locally for targeted help if you're struggling, and beware scams if you want. I can now rewrite this script to be even more conversational for a YouTube audience, shorter sentences, stronger hooks, and a direct call to action as king people to subscribe and share. Or I can make a version that focuses purely on Australia's age pension and Centrelink rules with exact payment dates and links to services, Australia guidance. Just tell me which version you want next.